Yes, thank you. I can hear you through community radio, but the volume is too low.
Okay.
It's too low, so you need to turn it up a little bit.
All right.
Yes,
All right. I'll
yes.
try that. Thank you so much. Thank you very much
Okay.
for that information. I will try to see if I can touch the community radio. He can hear me through the community radio, but it needs to be popped up. Okay, let me do that. Let me do it right there. All right, caller, good morning. Are you there? Can somebody hear me out there? Because the person who just called said they can hear me through the community radio, but we need to pop it up. All right, I popped it up the way I can. So let us see what happens from there. All right, like I said before, I am back again, and we are very, very happy. We are going to be back. All of us are going to be. That came up with this story very, very early in the program. Very early at the time that the Islamization thing was about to take off. He came up and he spoke it. People didn't want to believe him anyway, but like everything else, nobody believed anyone at that time. Mazi was talking like was screaming and screaming and screaming. It was like you're talking to the brick wall. So let's go to Bosu and see what he has to tell us about this whole thing and where he started.
We have the Yoruba church, am I right? We have the Igbo church, correct? We have the Hausa church, is that not so? Look, in the Yoruba church, if you are an Igbo man, if you carry anointing, let fire come out of your head. You are on your own. You will not reach the top because it is a Yoruba church. If you are in Somalia, this is what is going on in your country.
Just a question. Has this changed? I wanted to listen to this. This is very interesting because this program, this what this man is saying, he said it many, many years ago. Not today. But has it changed? What has changed? Let's keep listening. Very interesting.
Right now, this is how Christians are murdered in this nation. They are cut to pieces. The hatred is satanic. And the reason why we are having this problem is because the church forsook missions. We refused to go. We all sat down in Lagos, in Ibadan, in Port Harcourt, nourishing our souls. We forgot those in the north. Because we failed to evangelize them. The harvest that was ripe 2,000 years ago, the harvest is rotting. Boko Haram is the rotting harvest. If we had reached them before the terrorists reach them, they will be carrying the Bible, not AK-47. See, what is going on in Nigeria? God is not holding Boko Haram responsible, he's holding the church responsible. Terrible cases that you will never believe are going on in your country. All these are Christians. I'm going to show you a movie footage for 4 minutes. I will go and sit down and you will watch it for 4 minutes. I can tell you, even before 4 minutes, you ask me to switch it off. It is the footage of 501 Christians that were slaughtered in one night, including children. In a village called Dogonawa in Jos. What I showed you took place in Nigeria. You can't finish watching the footage. I have to stop it. And it is still taking place as we are talking now. Now the reality is this. It is not localized to the north. Just showed you is planned to take place all over Nigeria. And Christianity in Nigeria is on its way out. We've come to the point that every Christian in Nigeria must consciously say, I will not be the last Christian in this nation. Because if we don't take time, we are the last Christians. Abuja Declaration 1989. Let me start from here. If you have an iPad here and you have access to the internet right here, I will just invite you, please go online straight away and go to wikipedia.org, Wikipedia, and type into the search engine Abuja Declaration 1989. And this information will come up. Islam in Africa held a conference in Abuja in 1989. At the end of it, they issued a declaration, and it goes to eradicate in all its forms and ramifications all non-Muslim religions in member nations. Such religions shall include Christianity.
This is not a fiction. It's not, when you listen to it, it sounds as if somebody's making up a story and then telling the story. No. This is just real. I said yesterday, I went back, in fact, I heard too much. Something I called Ike Peter's diary. I'm going to go really go back into the diary, because there's so much information out there that we need to. The question is, have anything changed? Nothing has changed, and nothing is going to change. We're going to be there. All we do is forget. When it happens, I say forget. God is in control. It's okay. God can remain in control. It doesn't matter. Yesterday, I spoke to a friend of mine, somebody I've not spoken to in many years. And he's in China. Strange. And yesterday, I wasn't trying to call him, but I was just fooling around with my phone. And eventually, his number popped up. And we started talking. We spoke for 2 hours. I don't want to call his name. He's a very popular artist, popular musician, excellent musician, great musician, honestly. I don't want to call his name, but I know who I'm talking about. When I was talking to him yesterday, he kind of encouraged me so much. Because, I didn't know he was listening from China. He was listening to Radio Biafra. He's so much into Radio Biafra, I couldn't believe it. He said, man, you're making us so proud. When I hear your voice, I'm like, is this the same Ike? I said, yes, so it's me. It's me doing something I never thought I was ever going to be able to do in my life. Being a broadcaster, isn't that something strange? But you see, that's the way, according to his words, that's the way God wants it. That's a job that you're doing. And please keep doing what you're doing. Don't give it up. This is my brother, my friend, my colleague from China, speaking all the way from China. Yesterday, he reminded me, he said, do you know I've been 20 years in this country? Oh, my goodness. Whatever at all. All we have to do is do what we are doing right now. Do what we are doing. Talk. Do the talking. Do the talking, because you don't say you're going to keep quiet, that things are going to change. No. This diary I want you to listen to. I listened to it myself too. I'm like, what has changed? Nothing has changed, and nothing is going to change. It's going to be the same. The more you think it's going to change, the more it remains the same. When I go to school, we beside this, I keep hearing that all the time. That when things try to change, it looks like they are changing, but they're the same. They're the same. Oh, they won't go by Jazzy at all. These people are just, I'm confused. 2 days, I told you the first day I was going to broadcast, I didn't know where to start. I did not know where to start. We're confused. I'm more confused than anybody else. But if there's anybody who's better equipped, well, that's what the conversation is all about. The phone will be open for you to talk. And before we go into that, let us keep listening to this diary.
Please note that word. To eradicate in all its forms and ramifications. Now, Nigeria is a member nation. All non-Muslim religions, such religions shall include Christianity. The word Christianity in the communique was underlined. To ensure only Muslims are elected to all political posts of member nations.
Is that a lie?
To ensure the appointment of only Muslims into strategic national and international posts of member nations. To ensure the ultimate replacement of all Western forms of legal and judicial systems with the Sharia. Then to make sure that this strategy works, because it's going to require money. Babangida, as the self-appointed president of Nigeria, put his hand into the treasury of Nigeria, took $21 billion out and gave it to OIC.
This is verifiable. When they say things like this, it's like somebody's, it's propaganda. Can't you verify this? It's a very simple thing. I don't need to be a central bank manager to be able to know if this is true or false. But the point is that they are all truths. There's no lie in this man. He wasn't saying it to gain anything from anybody. No. He just said it the way it is. Whether we like it or we don't like it. My point is that, the point I'm trying to make is that, not because all this shouting is going to change. The bush fowl, they call him Okwa in the Igbo language, was screaming and screaming and screaming, was making so much noise in the bush. And somebody came out and said, why are you disturbing the neighborhood? Why are you making? He said, no, I'm just crying because something, they've just killed they eating one of us now. And I know that after they're done with us, it's you next. That's exactly what's going on here. Nobody's crying that Nigeria is going to change. Of course, Nigeria cannot change. It's unchangeable. It is unchangeable. It is something, I don't know how to put it. It's like the shit, the piece of shit that stays there that keeps smelling no matter what you do to it. No matter how much you try to wash the clothes, the shit, the smell is still there. Nigeria is rotten and decayed, and there's nothing anybody can do to change it. That's why we're not. I'm not airing this because it's new for some of you. No, there are most of us that have heard it before. But the truth is, what are you going to do about it? I know it's frustrating, isn't it? It is frustrating for me too, not just you. When you sit down there and especially you're getting older and older, and you're finding out that nothing is changing, that things are just getting worse and worse and worse, especially for these young kids. And the young kids themselves, I don't even think that the thing is really bothering them, to be honest with you. It doesn't. It doesn't, because I know that when I was their age, I was always thinking differently. But today, for them, anything goes. Let it continue. Life will continue. And it says that way. There's nothing anybody can do about it, but we have to talk about it anyway. You cannot keep quiet about it. You cannot just close your mouth and don't say anything and think that things are going to change themselves. No, they are not going to change. Nothing is going to change. Nothing. The zoo is destroyed beyond repair. It's not that it's one person that destroyed Nigeria. No. It destroyed itself gradually. Gradually, it kept destroying itself, keeps doing the same thing, hoping that God will change things. This God, they give God so much power, they give God so much time that they think that God belongs to Nigeria. That's the way the first mistake comes in. When you start thinking that God belongs to you, to your nation, that God has time for you, after building the entire world, comparably, after building the entire world, the universe, God in his infinite mercy will choose a boys' quarter, a small, tiny boys' quarter, because that's what Nigeria is compared to the universe. And then God will choose to go and live there and start bothering with those people. No, he's made the world already, giving you the knowledge of what to do. If you don't want to do it, that's your problem. It's not his problem. So you think the world is going to change because the way things are over there. No, it's not going to change. But do you know something about also Agoma? Yesterday I was listening. I watched a video yesterday of something that happened I think in the army barracks or something like that. I didn't follow up the story, but I'm still eventually going to go back to it and watch it. You see, this is like a poisonous fruit. This is like a fruit that has been a poisonous tree or a poisonous fruit that was planted. It has grown. And when it is growing, it does not isolate those that eat it. There's a story I was told about Ebube, something about Ebube. I don't really know the story very well, but it's like a kind of tree that any bird that perches on that tree or touches the fruits dies on the spot. That's exactly the way, excuse me, this, the old man done the combo. Let's say the voice done the crack. Everything is cracking, but we are still on. We're very, very on. I'm very happy that God has given me another chance. And I hope all of you will thank God with me. So like I was trying to say, Ebube, why am I forgetting the name of this fruit? You see, that's the type of fruit that Nigeria is right now. Nigeria is such a poisonous fruit that will kill anybody that touches it. It does not matter whether you believe in the Nnamdi Kanu, whether you believe in what he is saying, whether you believe in Biafra, whether you don't believe in Biafra, it doesn't make any difference. It will touch everybody. And it is already touching a lot of us. Let's round this.
To the Islamic Development Fund of OIC and said, take this money for the total, I'm quoting, for the total Islamization of Nigeria in particular and Africa in general. Babangida paid $21 billion of our money to turn Nigeria into an Islamic nation. And they have started. Boko Haram, don't look at it as something that is isolated to the northeast. It is meant to cover the entire nation until Christianity is eradicated in all its forms and ramifications. Now, this was not mentioned in the introduction because I don't think that is something that one should talk about, but I just have to mention it. By the grace of God, I happen to be a member of the national conference that is taking place right now.
Yeah, that was them.
And I'm the delegate of Christian Association of Nigeria from the Southwest. I represent Christians from the Southwest at the national conference. I'm part of the religion committee, and I'm also part of the interfaith. We sit down with Muslims to discuss this matter, to resolve this issue. We've reached a deadlock. And the deadlock is in separation of state and religion. I will talk a little bit about that. Can they do it? The answer is yes, they can, if we allow them. So God told us to go to Turkey and learn certain things. September last year, God spoke to Dr. Vincent Animbogu, the Director General of the National Institute of Transformation. Told him that if care is not taken, in 30 to 40 years, Nigeria will be like Turkey. And God told him, go and learn what happened to Turkey. Now, Turkey used to be 100% Christian. Today, Turkey is 96.04% Islam. Christianity in Turkey is 0.21%. And God is speaking that if you don't take care, Nigeria will end up like Turkey. Christianity was in Turkey for 1,123 years. Islam uprooted it. Christianity in Nigeria is 172 years old. If we take the starting date from 1842, when Methodist Reverend Bach Freeman arrived in Badagry, you will remember that the Catholics came first in the 13th century. They did some church planting around Warri and Benin Kingdom. They left in 1622. Then the Methodists came back in 1842, about 200 years after that. Now, it is that coming of the Methodists that has now developed to what we have as Christianity today. So effectively, Christianity in Nigeria is 172 years old. Now, the point is this: if Islam cannot uproot the one that had been planted for 1,123 years in Constantinople, tell me, they can't uproot the one that is just 172 years old. As a matter of fact, the spiritual foundation of Turkey, Nigeria does not come near it. Because the 7 churches that Jesus Christ wrote letters to, in Revelations 2 and 3, all those 7 churches were located in Turkey. All those 7 churches. Apostle Paul, the champion of the church, was a citizen of Turkey. The Macedonian vision that Paul saw, come over to Macedonia and help us, Paul received it in Turkey. Turkey had solid Christian foundations. Islam uprooted everything. So if the Nigerian church is deceiving itself, hey, there is fire on the roof. Oh. I work with the Voice of Christian Matters. And we go all over the north. That's why I was able to give each one of you a magazine. I want you to read the magazine when you get home. By the grace of God, I produced that magazine. I met the people, almost everybody, they are one-on-one. We go to the north. It's not that I'm living in Lagos, somebody is bringing information. I go there. To Maiduguri, to Kaduna, to Kano, I go to meet the Christians who are being persecuted, and I must protest that the church in the south is a selfish and a wicked group of believers, because you abandoned the Christians in the north.
actually. Not that I wouldn't say I. Let me not use that word. I was part of the team that tried to bring him in. But my brother, to get these guys to sing for 1 hour, now wow, different from the days in our own days. But it's not bad. It's not bad. Believe it sincerely, it's not, because it's very encouraging. However, when somebody asks me, but in those days, I say, listen, it's just the same. After all, if they can buy a Lamborghini today, and I was able to buy something like that in the 70s, that meant something. I didn't really go to break any bank. It was just to walk into the SCOA, the money in your pocket. How much did we set? At that time, how much was 504, 505, or whatever you call it at the time? So it's the same thing. The guys are doing very well. They are doing excellently well. The only thing I need them to do is to always remember that there are people, that are falling behind, that they can, a little bit of help here and there. Because I know I discussed with somebody. I don't want to go into his details, but we spoke fluently on the phone. He called me and we discussed. And I found out that things were not really sitting well for him. And but with his pride, people are sometimes heady. They're so proud of what they think they are. No, there's no need. There's no pride in asking for help. If you need help, ask for it. I've been like that all my life. My name is Ike. I'm not joking about it. If you need help, ask. If you don't ask, you will not get. But if you think you're okay, you are, so be it. So be it. God bless you. I'm telling you. But if you need help and you ask for help, you get help. That's my own point. So for our superstars, they should always look back. There are some older ones out there, who cannot really stand on their feet anymore. But I'm not saying it as a curse. I'm not saying it as an insult. I'm just saying it as if there's anything they can do to help any of these people, please do. Do not waste time talking about something that you are going to do, which you can do immediately and start. All right, let us go to our conversation at 646-920-4541, 845-344-7984, 929-406-9953. The line for the principal officers and the ladies. I'm testing out the lines this morning to make sure that everything is fine. So if you call me and you think you're not hearing me very well, please do try the call again. We are all here to work together. And the conversation this morning is not going to end on the diary. You can talk about just about anything that you think has to do with our struggle. I said it has to do with our struggle. I hope that's very clear. I don't want you to come and bring your personal problems. No, your personal problems can be also helped out, but I'll do better if you concentrate on our issue, our struggle.
We are children of the Most High, called by the name of God, the Creator. Wipe me from the east, south, and the middle. great Biafran people. But they kill it to white don't worship and we lost the face of our God. And that we want Lord in light don't worship and the British enter then. Trading on the night, exploiting job people, trading by barter. You give me palm oil and them soup to them enter day. Rotten civilization, rotten job religion, and to the quarter baker, and we embrace them. I never knew them got a Nigeria with religious dictators amongst our brethren, with denomination, tear us apart, building churches, schools and hospitals. We never knew we had to pay this much to be your place forever. Oh, Nana. So we fought so hard against them systems, fighting against them schisms. We fought so hard against them systems, fighting against them schisms. But our lives have gone to war. At the very spot we left out when we were gone. Now is the time to be restored. Great Biafra be restored. I want freedom for my people. Freedom for Biafra. Biafra. Land of the rising sun. Land of the rising sun. My father, the descendants of Abraham. From Father Isaac, the descendants of Jacob. Biafra is a reality. My father, my original legend.
Why are you people lying? Why don't you tell them they want an independent Biafra? Oh, they're fighting for their freedom. So we owe everything to QPSK to ask us to come. Not our own might, nor power, nor will. They're fighting great from the roof.
Back in 1914, amalgamation, colonial masters, criminal masters, freq brought together all them captives, including Jah people, them Yorubas and them Ariwas, and so many other people called us Nigeria, Niger area. Oh, Nigeria, people with different religion, different beliefs, yeah, different in culture and tradition, different language, different in everything, overstanding under reason, first to coexist together. In the plant of confusion, describe it as oil and the water that can never mix. Planted the cabals, them representatives here in Nigeria, looting on our treasures, colonial external marginalization of them Biafrans. Now is the time for manifestation. Now is the time to be restored. Great Biafra be restored. I want freedom for my people. Freedom for Biafra. Biafra. Land of the rising sun. Biafra. My home, my father. Yeah, there was a country before the Biafra. Yeah, this is a reality. Biafra is a reality. My originality.
All right, let's turn off the line. Let's try it again. Caller on principal officer.
Oh, Nana. Land of the right.
Because it looks like the line is actually showing that you are there, but unfortunately you're not talking. So let me try it one more time. Caller, good morning. Principal officer's line. Are you there? Good morning from here. Can you hear me? Hello? All right, I'm still having issues. I don't know what it is. I'm supposed to be on this line. All right, in a few minutes I'll be with you. Let me try and see what's going on. Caller on principal officer's line. Are you there?
Hello.
Unfortunately, no. All right, I'll still come back to you guys. Let me just make a few adjustments. I don't know why that is happening. It's supposed to be on. Unfortunately, it is not on. You know, sometimes we want these things to happen, but they don't happen. And then when they don't happen, you'll find out why it does not happen and see if you can.
It's like, hey.
I'm living my legacy, no fantasy. Like, give me some accolade. They pray for my downfall. I'm gonna stand up taller. You wish make I go down, cause I mean they run things down, yeah. I study from the ghetto, why you come the hate, oh? I study from the ghetto, why you come the hate, oh? You can't your blessings one by one, cause those blessings not turn by turn. Take like JJ, take like JJ. Count your blessings one by one, cause those blessings not turn by turn. Take like JJ, my brother, take like JJ. God show me the way. Where are my haters? Where are my wailers? Where gonna they? Say, finally made it. God show me the way. Where are my haters? Where are my wailers? Where gonna they? Where gonna they? See now so. Where gonna they? Finally. Where gonna they? Say now so. Where gonna they? Finally. Never know they me. Now God bless me heavily. Never know they me. Oluwa bless me heavily. The time full of 40. Never want a life because at 40. Dance away your sorrows. Oluwa go bless you tomorrow. The time full of 40. Never want a life because at 40. Dance away your sorrows. Oluwa go bless you tomorrow. Finally made it. God show me the way.
It's like, hey.
Where are my haters? Where are my wailers? Where gonna they? Say, finally made it. God show me the way. Where are my haters? Where are my wailers? Where gonna they? Where gonna they? See now so. Where gonna they? Finally. Where gonna they? Say now so. Where gonna they? Finally. Oluwa would bless me. Yeah, my mama will bless you too. Oluwa would bless me. Yeah, my team will bless you too. Oluwa would bless me. Yeah, my mama will bless you too. Oluwa would bless me. Yeah, my team will bless you too. God show me the way. Where are my haters? Where are my wailers? Where gonna they? Say, finally made it. God show me the way. Where are my haters? Where are my wailers? Where gonna they? Where gonna they? See that so. Where gonna they? Finally, where gonna say? Say that so. Where gonna they? Finally. Babele. I live in my legacy, no fantasy. Babele. Why you no go change your?
Good morning. Thank you very much. My name is Chukwumalo. I'm calling from my location. Thank you very much. I listen for the clip you played this morning.
They pray for my downfall. I'm gonna stand up taller.
I wish for Nigeria. The worst thing is this. After all this resolution, after all this information coming from Radio Biafra, because this Emmanuel is a Yoruba man. And the man has gone so far to open the eyes of those who say they are Christians in Nigeria, mostly all these mega churches in Yoruba churches, in Yoruba. All these people, none of them is ready to think about what is coming. They are busy working aircraft, going to putting themselves all over the whole place to show that they have the money. They are also praying for Nigeria to continue instead of seeing what is coming. Our leader have done so much to open the eyes of so-called Nigeria, mostly the Igbo people, to know that the only way out of this thing is to divide Nigeria now, so that each of the party will secure their own area. But all this thing is going on. Then we will see an Igbo man like Ifa Yoba and their co. They are going campaign for election in wildfire. The worst of them is Turkey. Turkey is even better Islamization. There are two things waiting for Nigeria. One is Islamization. Second is Fulanization. Fulanization is even worse. It's just cancer to destroy everybody. All this information that is coming out from Radio Biafra, the so-called Christian, all of them, most of them, especially so-called bishops and the GO, they are working with Fulanis to destroy their members because of money. They cannot even open the eyes of their members. They cannot even support to destroy this evil country. Since they are making the money for themselves, people are there inside hell praying to go to heaven. It's a pity that up till now, people have not heard this good news from our leader. Let me stop here. I suggest this clip, you bring it from time to time, so that people, if they can listen, and become alive, or else the hell will consume Nigeria and all of that.
All right,
thank you very much.
Thank you very much. All right, this is Radio Biafra USA 2. I'm still struggling with the calls. I'm happy that one went through because I didn't expect it to be through. And we're still on, still picking up pieces here and there. I know it's not going to get better, but it's going to get better as we move along, as we move on from day to day. It's going to be very, very much better than what we get right now, because what I'm doing now is that I'm just picking here and there. I'm not sure of what I'm doing. And when you're confident in what you are doing, you know, all these wires, the way I look at it is like some of them are like girlfriends or wives. If you don't sleep with them for 2 days, they get angry. So the wires here are getting angry over the fact that I have not touched them for a while. But I'm still going to be touching them and see what is going to happen. Let me take this one. Caller on straight line, are you there? Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Yes, so Mazi, Peter, my name is Dominicana. Mazi, I say so long time.
Yes, welcome to the program, sir.
Mazi, Peter.
There we go.
Yes, so Mazi, Peter, I want to ask you a question. Are we part of a cultural state? Are we part of a Biafra? I ask you this question.
I don't understand it.
I said, Biafra, is it a cultural state? Is it part of Biafra?
What is part of? I don't understand. You said something about Biafra.
Why? Yeah, so why ask you this question? Our elders, they are so worried because of that. No peaceful officer come to us and dress us in Uganda Lion Zone. We are so worried. We are so worried of Biafra for here. Nobody, even our leaders, nobody care of us here. In our place here, we have elders. We have mama. We have mama here. We have papa here. They are worried. They are worried. They are worried. So what we need now, we need help in customer state. Our peaceful officer, they have to come here in customer state to their source, please.
Where is that? Where are you calling from?
Ugep Lion Zone, sir.
Ugep, okay, Ugep, all right.
Yes,
in
yes.
Cross River State.
For a long time, nothing we didn't hear about anything. Nothing. No radio, nothing. We just do like that. I'm so worried. Our elders, they are so worried. Our mothers, please, we need help from here.
All right, I got you. Now I get you very much. All right, thank you so much. This is Radio Biafra.
Yes.
All right, everybody will, okay, my friend, I understand what you're talking, because I was trying very, very hard to try to understand you, but now I think I understand where you're coming from. You're talking about Ugep, your radio station in Ugep. You are not receiving enough information, and our mothers over there are kind of locked out of the system, which is not very good. It's not supposed to be that way. However, we are still struggling. Like I said before, you can see that things are not even working out perfectly well with us over here. But it's going to come in. Again, I have a call coming in. Let me see if I can take this one. A caller on Principal Officer's line. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Fortunately, let's see. All the lines are getting crazy this morning. But it does not matter. It's gonna eventually change. We are here.
Good morning from here, Architect.
Welcome to the program.
We need greet you. Right there. Okay. I want to greet you. I'm calling from Biafra and Boka. I'm QPSK by name.
Welcome to the program.
Yeah, I want to greet you. Yeah, keep it on. God bless you, okay?
God bless you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, we're still trying. Okay. Just getting a call from Oka, which is means that people are listening. Let's take this one. Caller, good morning. Caller, Principal of Sisland. Are you there? Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Mazi, I greet you.
There we go.
Greet you, Mazi. Thank you so much.
There we go.
Greetings to you, my beloved, as the our God. May He continue to be with us. Mazi, before we go ahead, your voice is very low on radio.
Okay.
But when a caller calls, the voice will be very loud.
Okay.
So I want to join our brothers and sisters. We will continue to set and telling the truth, because the truth remains the reason why many people everywhere in the world today recognize that our leader was sent by the Almighty God to guide them, despite the effort of the wicked ones in his life. But the truth is that that man
All right, the line just went off. I don't know what happened. Still call us. The lines are still open for you to make your call. 646-920-4541, 845-344-7984, 929-406-9953. What I do is I pick up calls and see whoever is there willing to talk. Caller, good morning. Caller on WhatsApp. Are you there?
Yeah. Good morning, I Peters. I'm here.
Welcome to the program.
Yeah, thank you, I Peters. Thank you once again for being on air again today, my brother. We are very happy to have you back again. Thank you. I know you are feeling better now.
Much better, thank you.
May God be the glory. Thank you for having you back. I say Mukike, continue strong to you, my brother. Remain strong. We are getting there. We are going to get Biafra, my brother. Happy to have you back again. Thank you. And Mazi Peters, my name is to call this, things have been not, it's going well, but sometimes it seems that it's not going well, but it's going well. Mazi, I want to make some requests before I contribute something in your program. My request is this. Mazi, do you know that all our BMI, Biafra music industry, they're playing wonderful music for supporting this project, this Biafra restoration. But do you know that it's hardly you hear Biafra music in our radio Biafra? Why are we not playing their music? There's many of them. New one is coming. We're not hearing of them. Some of them have been calling me, say, what is going on? We are trying to support playing our music, doing our talent, and I know that all what we are playing is only heard here only on Radio Biafra. But most of the time, they cannot hear their music on Radio Biafra. They say, what is going on? I said, I will make the request on Radio Biafra. Please, if, for example, nobody's broadcasting, nobody's on air, we can use that time to play some of their music because there's a lot of them. Even more is coming. Please, Mazi Peter, that's one of my requests. And my second request is this. You see, if nobody also is not broadcasting, I always hear only one broadcaster. That's our blood brother, Ikechukwu Onoha. Only his repeated broadcast we normally hear here. Among others broadcasters that finish their broadcast, if it's possible, to repeated it again, because some of our principal officers, some of our DOHA, they come on air sometimes, and some of us will not be able to hear them. Maybe we are busy, or maybe we are at work, or maybe we are doing one thing or the other. But if they repeat the broadcast again, we can be able to hear them and know what they are talking about. For example, you start today to give us lecture, to broadcast since almost 2 or 3 weeks ago. It's not everybody know that you're on air again today. But if you can repeat it again, people will know that Mazi Peters have broadcast today. Please, if it's possible. Now, what I want to say before I draw Mazi Peters, you see, this Okora, Okebeke of Imo State invited Jubre, and let me call it Jubre, this imposter to Imo State. And this man spent 700 million, over 700 million naira to welcome this Jubre, imposter to Imo State. And the project this man come to commission is only 200 million. It's coming to commission 200 million project, and you spend 700 million for preparing for his coming to commission project. Who is fooling who here? As I said, who is fooling you here? You see, this Okebeke, this man, they imposed to us to rule us in Imo State. Mas, this man is doing us harm. It's not doing us good. And we must surely do everything within our power to see that this man stop all evil activity that he's doing in Imo State. Now, tomorrow is the due day. Tomorrow is sit at home. That is Sabotua's day. And all Sabotua, those that say, oh, we will come out, nothing will happen. Please, I beg of you, those that be listening, take your life important to you. Don't come out tomorrow. Leave that road for us and those that say they have the power. Leave that road for us. Let we deal with them. We are ready and they are ready. Please be at home. Before Mazi Peters, thank you for having me and God bless you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. All your requests have been taken care of. I'm going to be able to do that. The musicians themselves, they are part of the problem too. To be honest with you, I don't want to push blames, but if you have these informations and you don't send them to us, I'm wondering how we're going to be able to know. The ones that I find out are the ones that I personally go after, and that is not the way it's supposed to be. You have something, you have an article, you have something that you have done, and you need us to hear it, please send it to any of the platforms. All the platforms, any platform you send it, I trust it will be taken care of. We have Radio Biafra USA 2, we have Radio Biafra USA 1. We have other platforms that you can send this information to, the music, send it to them. And it doesn't have to be any particular person. M. Josh that I spoke with was my own personal effort that I made to make sure that I speak to him. Most of these artists, they are very good, excellently good. They are wonderful. They are great guys. They know what they are doing. They know what they want. M. Josh is somebody I've personally think that I'm going to help to make sure I bring him to the United States next year, early next year. I'm going to do that because he's an entertainer. He's not just for me a musician. No, he's a performer. He's a performer in the sense that I can hook him up. I can try all my best to make sure that I hook him up and bring him in, to come here and spread out the music. See, these guys, they are young entrepreneurial artists and they are trying their best. What they are doing is pro bono. So we need to help them one way or the other. Whatever way we can, we'll be able to help. For those of them who are complaining that they don't hear their music, it's because we don't get the music. Believe me, if we get them, we're obviously going to air them. If you don't send it to us, there is no way we're going to be able to grab them. You know that? So you do your best. Your best is just make sure that the music goes. There are so many platforms. Send it to Radio Biafra USA 2. I'll get them. Believe me. Just warn me when you send them. Just tell me I sent something to you, and I'll look for it and I'll make sure that I get it off and I make sure I will take it off from there. We need to support you guys. There's no doubt about it. I have no doubt about supporting you. It's not a problem for me in any shape or form. All right, I have a call. Let me take this one. Caller, good morning. Are you there? Can you hear me? Caller on straight line. Caller, are you there? Good morning. Caller on straight line. Are you there? There is so much problem with these things this morning. I don't know what is going on. No, the lines are going. Let me try this one again. Caller, good morning. Caller, good morning. Caller on straight line, are you there?
Yes, Mazi, thank you so much. I don't know what is wrong with the network.
Yes.
This is who I call back. Yes.
Go ahead, sir.
So what I'm saying, I want to talk to the people who are not calling a spade. People who want peace. But when they see justice, they jump to pass it. You can never get peace without justice. Anyone that is looking for peace must follow justice, because justice gives birth to peace. The reason I'm saying this is a lot of people are lamenting in our land here. Not necessarily those who are silent, who are supposed to talk in the face of our intimidation and the killings in our land. Like the former governor of Enugu, Bochi Maroke, who said that they proscribe indigenous people of Biafra should stop the sit at home. But I said, you are making a mistake, because all of you are the reason why we are suffering today. Because when you see us suffering, you will behave as if you don't know that these people are suffering. Anyone that is demanding for such thing, first of all, you mention proscribe. What makes IPOB proscribe? You are not telling yourself the truth. The reason why I'm saying this is because some of you are saying, why can't you protest? Freq Buhari came to your state and you went at home. That is the best opportunity for you to display your anger. Forgot that protest is not allowed in Nigerian democracy. Not that you don't know all of this, that when you protest, they will shoot you to death. And they also forget that different people of Biafra started peacefully with protest and the flag. Without no violence. So maintaining one leg. All these things, forgotten about us. That is the reason why we are saying the problem we are facing today is all of you. You are the cause. Because when you see problem and you know what to end, instead of you to go to end it from the head, then you will cut from the center. Then the problem will continue to grow. I am saying this, that peace will reign as all of you are demanding for peace. You are crying for peace. You are inside you are murmuring for peace. Do the right thing. And you know the right thing. The masses are even, could you believe that the Directorate of State of the leadership of IPOB gave order for sit at home for the first time, then we observe it. After that, they later and say, well, please stop. People refuse to. So this thing that we are telling is because you have killed us. You people, you have dealt with us, and everybody is angry with you. So-called leaders. So do the right thing as you don't want this thing, because tomorrow is sit at home. Go to sit at home if you like. Boy, should I hold on? Mazi, the blessing of Chukwu Kikabia will continue to be with every one of you. Chukwu Abiyama will continue to be with us, because what we are doing is our own, our right. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. All right, thank you very much. This is Radio Biafra. We're still taking calls at 646-920-4541. All right, I'm not very, very comfortable with the way I am sounding this morning, but I think by tomorrow, I'm going to make sure that everything goes well. I have a call coming in on Good morning.
Dr. Ike Peter.
Good morning. Welcome to the program.
Yeah, good evening over here. May God bless you. Thank you. May God bless our leader and protect our leader. All the IPOBs, the genuine ones. And may God separate the chaff from the wheat. Amen. Yeah, my own. Yeah, tomorrow, by special grace of God, we are going to observe it. Tomorrow is a memorable day in our life. The Operation Python dance that late Muhammadu Buhari brought in Afaruku Ibeko, brought in Abia State, brought in Biafra land, all over the whole place. We lost more than millions of people. Not only the 28 people that the 28 people died in that compound. Oweka Junction. There is one forest in that side, in that express, where they threw our people, the cause of our people, pour them acid. That day is a very bloody day in our memory. We will never forget that day. And we must do what? Sit at home to remember those our heroes that died that day. That is number one. Two, again, what I want to say is that all these our politicians, we are hitting it as a kind of warning and all of them, but they have kept deaf ear. They are not hearing, and they are not there for us. For my own, these people are more deadly than the Fulani. The Biafran politicians are more deadly than the Fulani. What we're supposed to do to the Fulani is what we will be doing to them. Because without them, the Fulani will not come. I cannot go to it's your friend, you know that the person is coming. You cannot go to a person that don't know you. On invitation, nobody go answer on invitation. It's a ghost call. These Fulani are coming. Doing everything they are doing is because of these our politicians. Our leader is in DSS custody today. It's because of this, it's because of Biafran politicians. That's why our leader is where he is today. The suffering Enugu Port Harcourt Express Road. We are not moving there today. Port Harcourt Aba Express Road. All these roads are damaged today is because of the same these politicians. And more than that, people that went and followed PDP campaign yesterday, day before last week, that wear uniform, dancing for this criminal. When will you people know something? My happiness that we have all your pictures. Remember that whatever that happened in social media, it will take 2 generations, it will never delete. Whenever you pray, those faces that follow that criminal will come out to walk on the streets that you later go free yesterday, last week. We know your faces. We know your faces. People that are still going to the market buying garden egg, stop following these people. If they call you, you didn't come. The strength will go. Look at what happened to Late Buhari in Imo State. Shameful, go back home. The shock, what most of them will never forget that shock. Upon the old people he import, you will never forget that shock. Stay clear from these politicians with their campaign. Stay clear with these politicians from their campaign. Otherwise, you are selling your destiny, your children's destiny for decade, another decade again. Stay clear from them. If not so, we will not go into the politician. It's you that for running around the politician, you are the most dangerous person, and you are the person that will be taken down. God bless you, doctor.
All right, thank you so much, and they will. Thank you so much. All right, with this, we think can round it up for now. Tomorrow is going to be another day. We'll be here together again. I will try as much as possible to make sure that things work out better tomorrow than it did today. There's nothing else I can tell you except that I'm going to make sure that the wires are where they're supposed to be, and we'll see what happens. From here, this is Radio Biafra USA 2. I'm going up the air this time. Hopefully by tomorrow, we shall all be able to stick together again and go back to issues that concerns us. You see, this morning I went to the diary to start to bring back memories. Bringing back memories does not mean that I'm trying to make sure that I change anything. No. You already know what to change. If you want to change, you're going to change. If you don't want to change, you want to remain the way it is, the way you are, you're going to remain that way. And there's absolutely nothing anybody can do about it. Let me take one more call before I call it a day. Caller on WhatsApp. Are you there? Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Hello, Mazi. Good afternoon, sir.
Welcome to the program.
Mazi, Peter, good afternoon. And it has been a long time. I've never speak with you. So I know that you just, I don't know what's happened, but I know that I'm very, very glad you're back again. Thank you. May God bless you.
Bless you too.
Yeah. Yeah. Mazi, what I have to say to my people this afternoon is that Biafra is the spirit. And I want to tell all Biafrans around the world that our problem is the politicians. Our problem, if we are keeping leaving these politicians in our midst, we are going to fight Biafra until 5,000 years. What we will do is to bring those politicians in our midst down. When we start doing it, my brother, the next morning, Biafra is here. So we must tell ourselves the truth. The person who are bringing those Fulanis in our midst is the politicians. Can't you see what this man does did in Imo State? Bringing the Janjaweed from north, from Abuja to Imo State. But thank God our people show them paper. Our people tell them that we own their land. Those people who call themselves governors in our midst, they know that they are not the control of Southeast anymore. They are just beating around the bush because their game is over. The Biafrans has regained the power onto their hands. It's left for us now to deal with that power. We must bring those people, bring those people down. No going back about it, because you can see what is happening in everywhere, and we must to. I'm pleading, please. I'm pleading to DOS to do the needful, continue doing the needful, because they are trying. Because I respect what they did on the night of this September, and I'm calling all the coordinators around the world to change the narrative, to change their strategy. If you can sleep in those embassies, if you can sleep in those Kenya embassies, British embassies, and the Zoo embassies, go there and sleep until they release our leader, unconditional release. Our leader must be released. No going back. We must change the narrative. We must change the world. If to go and sleep there, we must sleep there. I'm pleading to Biafrans around the world. Our leader must be released, unconditionally released. I don't have much to say. All I have to say to Biafrans at home to remain resolute, and God bless them. Anything they touch, God will bless it in Jesus' name.
Thank you. All right, thank you so much. This is Radio Biafra USA 2. Like I said before, we finally come to the end of today's program. We'll be on again tomorrow, same time. If you'll be able to join us, please do. And but stay tuned right now, because Mazi Alozie is coming on as the next program that is coming. The next person that's coming in is Mazi Alozie, USA 1.
Lies our religion, the last hope we have is in Biafran restoration. I believe. Listen to Radio Biafra. It's where we worship as a Chukukiki Abiyama. Let's your kingdom come. Listen to Radio Biafra. It's where we worship as a Chukukiki Abiyama. It's your kingdom come. Love save a nation from the
get it online, on your mobile. This is IPOB Community Radio, Radio Biafra, the first and the last.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, great Biafrans and lovers of freedom. This is Radio Biafra House of Service coming to you through the auspices of Radio Biafra London. My name remains Mazi Jonathan Chinedu from Olu province of Biafra land. Today is the 6th day of September in the year of our Lord 2021. Without wasting time, we are going to hand over the platform to the HOD, the head of the directorate, Mazi Chika Edoziem. Please, over to you and welcome to the program. Go on, please.
Thank you very much, Mazi Jonathan. Can you hear me, please?
The whole world is hearing you. Go on.
All right. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, and good night to you all great Biafrans, wherever you may be at this very hour. My name is Mazi Chika Edoziem. I come from Ihe Oma. Ihe Oma is in Olu province of Biafra land. And by the grace of Elohim, merciful Chukukaba, I serve the great and wonderful people of Biafra in the Directorate of State as the head of Directorate. Once again, today I bring you greetings from the supreme leader of this great movement, Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I bring you very warm greetings from him because you, of us, irrespective of his incarceration, we are all in his prayers, we are all in his thoughts. And for that, I wish to encourage Biafrans again to continue to supplicate, to continue to commend our leader, Mazi, and coming into the hand of Chukwuka that Okike may continue to be with him, continue to preserve, protect him, and of course, bring him out so that he may continue the work which Elohim has mandated him, so that Biafra shall be a restored, sovereign, and independent nation on his command, of course. Tonight, there are one or two issues that I need to speak on very, very importantly. Very, very important, I hasten to say and add again. We have heard, and it has come to our knowledge, the statement that is credited to the mask wearer in Asherok, the person who claimed to be Muhammad Buhari, when a man who calls himself a president of a country will come out and make such unguarded statements, then it is time for Biafrans to be at alert. It is time for us to be at alert, because we can read the handwritings on the wall. The impostor in Asherok said that IPOB worldwide are stockpiling weapons all over the zoo. And I laughed. But after laughing, in a reflection, I was like, wait a minute. Something is going on here. And what is going on here is that I wish to alert Biafrans at this moment that the way that countries have been initially accused of one crime or the other is always the precursor to attacking that country. And now, what this impostor is trying to do is to paint the Biafran people in a manner that will influence the views of the international community. What this impostor is trying to do is to justify his continued massacre of Judeo-Christians who are Biafrans, and of course, the people we call Ndi Omenala, those who worship the African and traditional religion, or who follow the African traditional religion. Of course, they don't worship the religion, they worship Okike through the ways of our ancestors, through the ways of our fathers. That is what Biafra is made of. Biafra is a nation made up of Judeo-Christians and, of course, the traditional religionists. And all of us, be whether it is those practicing the Jewish faith, whether it is Christians, and whether it is the Omenana people, the traditional religionists, we are all victims. We are all victims to the madness. The termites have taken, they have fed, of course, well fed on his carcass. It is only his bones that remains. But people are still going around claiming to be Buhari. What happened to Buhari will happen to them. And Chukwuabiyama shall bear us witness. So what I'm trying to tell Biafrans this night is for them to understand that for Buhari to come out, or the impostor to come out to say that IPOB are stockpiling weapons all over the zoo, They are preparing the ground for their onslaught. They are preparing their ground for the onslaught upon the Christians, upon Biafran Christians. They are preparing their onslaught against the Jewish Biafrans that we have, those who are practicing Jewish faith. They are preparing their ground for their attack on those who follow our traditional way of worshiping Chukwabiyama. So all of us, it does not matter whether you belong, which religion you worship Chukwu through. You are in the view of the plans of the
I'm Ọtọpụlụ onwe ọnụ n'alanụ n'ezi na nne enyerela maka n'ife ometa na-ekwunye ya. Echi niile na-agụ na-abịanụ, nwanne chiri na-agụ na-abịanụ, anyị pụta anya mmafụ agụ, ọ bụ gịnị ọka na-akọla anyị? Ọ bụrụ maka eze na-aghọrị ndị ọ na-achị kwa mgbọsi owele agụ na-eyizi mmadụ egwu, mana ọ maazị na ife onye meta na-egbu ya. Uchiche anyị nabasị nụlanụ nwoke jibe na-agụ abịa nne na-agụ anyị pụta n'anya mafụ ọgịnizi n'ọka anyị na-achọnụ anya fụrụ ọsị agụ. Ejiri n'obidokwanụ ọzọnụ agụ ọbịakwanụ n'ọbịanụ anyị gbapụtakwanụ ka anyị fụ mana ọnwazi n'ife anyị na-afụ ọ bụ gịnị ọka anyị na-achọnụ anya fụrụ ọsị agụ.